All right, this is a concept I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit that I feel like some people need to hear. So this usually becomes a thing when it comes to revenge stories, right? And I've always hated the if I do this, I'll be just like you uh rhetoric. But I'm not but there's some truth to it. It's just that the scenarios where that's used in a lot of stories, it's just false. It's just misleading, and you're you're not really saying the right thing. But there is some truth to that. Basically, what I'm getting at is that everyone knows their own character, right? Like we know who we are. We know ourselves. So, um, in this kind of situation, you should like you're basically linked to your own confidence. So, let's say if someone had to say, "How will you describe yourself?" There's gonna be some character traits. Okay, I think I'm this. I'm good at that. I'm this kind of person. I'm that kind of person. Yada yada yada. And if someone asks if you're a good person, if you're a bad person, when when they say if you're a good person, you're gonna think about the good things you do and the bad things you don't do. They say, yeah. So basically, what I'm getting at again, everyone has their own character, their own image of themselves, and it's up to you to uphold your own character, right? Like again, it's your life. How what decision you choose, is up to you. But my thing is, don't let other people ruin your own character. So one thing is that this commonly happens in scenarios with like cheating, right? Like in a romance relationship. So they will be in a relationship where um they'll either have a guy that cheats, girl that cheats, yada yada yada. And then they're like, okay, I want to take revenge. I get it. Who would want to take revenge when they get done dirty? But the thing is, there's a lot of ways of taking revenge, a lot of different ways. And mine is try to avoid the ways that compromise your character. Like I know a lot of people want to achieve as much pain as possible, and then they will even destroy their own image to achieve that. But that's at that point you're letting revenge blind you from the bigger picture. Because, for example, in the example of getting like revenge on like a cheating thing, you can start documenting it. Start get proof, get evidence, yada yada. Then with that, you can now either make demands of whether how much the alimony is gonna be, whether you're gonna break up, or expose their true nature to their circle, whether it's family members, job, like you can really fuck over their lives easily. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to ruin their life, you can do it if you just plot properly, and that way you're not really destroying your own character because you're just someone exposing the truth of your cheating partner. Like no one's really gonna uh like hold you for that. But there's some people who they take the route of like, oh, you cheated on me, bet, and then they go they go to like an orgy party. They take like let's say here's a girl guy cheats on her. She's like, oh fuck this guy, hate him, and then all right, since you want to cheat, I'll cheat too, and then she goes orgy party, 5 dudes, 10 dudes, 3 dudes, don't the number don't matter, or goes try to get with like the brother, best friend, you know, like to make it spicy. But my thing is that like, yeah, you're getting your revenge. Yeah, when he finds out, he's gonna be like, oh my god, my girl cheated on me. But people are forgetting the fact that you're still cheating, right? Like you're not a. I'm not gonna blame you. I'm not gonna look down on you, but you're still cheating. So like, if he starts using the, all right, yeah, I'm a bad person cheating in this relationship, but you did the same thing. Of course, it's not the same because he did it first, but you did do it though. Like now you become a person that for revenge you're willing to break your vows, or you're willing to uh break your morals, or yada yada yada. And even though you're justified, upholding your values under any circumstances is far more powerful than only upholding values when you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why again, if it's like married, they cheat on you, you divorce, get with someone else. that entire process, you were never a cheater. From beginning to end, the vows you made at the altar, yada yada yada, you never broke any of those. So if people look back in retrospect on you, your character, all of that, you're clean. But if you cheated, yeah, you can justify yourself saying they did it first, but you still broke your vows at the end of the day. Again, I'm not the type to, because that's almost like victim blaming in a way, but you can kind of spin it to not really be it. So personally, I don't trip about, like the revenge portion. But if you've always been seen as like a virtuous person or someone that follows values well or whatever, or I know some of those images are kind of harmful, but let's say you see yourself as that, someone that like a person that kind of follows etiquette and yada yada, and then you carry yourself in that dignified way. Don't break that for these fucking niggas. Like if someone cheating on you, why would you break that kind of good image of yourself for them? Like just to get back at them. Again, there are many ways to get revenge. You don't have to do it in a way where now you look back at yourself saying, well, I did cheat. I mean, I'm justified because they did it first, but in a relationship, I did sleep with other people. That is a fact. Like having that on your name, it's like, yeah, you can justify it if people know the situation, but compared to the people who have never done it ever, you still lose. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you didn't have to lose like that. So it's like, and it's not like I want to say win or lose when it comes to like these values and morality and yada yada yada, but like if we're being real, these kind of things do matter. Just like, for example, there's some situations where like hitting your partner, I won't say it's justified, but people could attempt to justify it depending on some situation, right? So if someone has if you're put in a situation where hitting your partner would not be looked down upon due to the circumstances, again, I can't really think of one, but let's just hypothetically say that's a thing. If you take advantage of the fact that no one would, or like that you're justified to do it, your next like they can always bring that up in the next relationship. Like let's say you wanted to move on, like it's a guy, he said, all right, in this scenario I'm justified in hitting this girl because of yada yada yada, cheats on her, but he keeps it at a justifiable level. So like if people learn this scenario, they would like blame the girl instead of the guy. It's, oh, I get why he did that, that type shit. Now if he was to move on, right, find the love of his life, yada yada yada, that girl could easily come up to the new girl. He beats his partners. He's like, nah, he's not that kind of person. Nah, I did this thing and he gave me the beats. That's the kind of guy he is. So no matter how much, like even if the new girl understood how you justified yourself or yada yada yada, that still shows that you're the type of person, or in your character, if they do enough, you will lay down the beats. You will put your hands on your partner if they do, like if they not qualify, but if they like do enough, you would do it, or under the right conditions you would do it. So you now became someone who is not abusive in any way. You don't lay your hands on your partner, yada yada yada, but because of either revenge, impulse, yada yada yada, you laid your hands on somebody. Now you officially became someone who lays their hand on their partner. So no matter again how you try to justify yourself, people might be cool with it, but you now became that kind of person. And it's like, why do that? Like if you never wanted to be known as someone who puts his hand on his partner or a loved one or yada yada, then don't do it. It's that simple. They let other people ruin their own image. And then because of revenge, there's so many ways to take revenge. So many ways. If you need advice, bro, hey, hey, I know some shit, bro. Hit me up, I got you. But you do not gotta ruin your character on some revenge thing. It's like, don't do that, bro. Your character is all you have. Like, oh, not all you have, but your character is very important because it's who you are. What you do, what you think, all of that is just who you are. And compromising that for somebody else or to get back at somebody else is just dumb. Of course, again, there's scenarios where I think that is completely fine, because you having that kind of like let's say, again, like in the very beginning I mentioned I'll be just like them. if there was a serial killer killing everybody else and then you kill him, you being the character that will kill a serial killer when he's killing everybody else, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. But these scenarios where like you being the type of person that as soon as someone cheats, you cheat back. As soon as someone does something, you hit them under justifiable conditions. It's like like yeah, we can't throw you in jail, but we can kind of side eye you a little bit. Like, we can side eye you a little bit. So it's like I don't know, bro. Same thing with murder too. I know I brought back this serial killing, but killing people is obviously a big deal, very big deal. But I think that humans are imperfect enough that like sometimes that is the only feasible solution for you to continue living a decent life. Depending on the circumstances, usually fantasy scenarios. As a normal civilian, bro, this got nothing to do with me. This got nothing to do with me. But depending on these like story scenarios, I get it. But my thing is that there'll be certain scenarios where, because I know there's some people that are so against like people avoiding murder, like characters avoiding murder, but like being a murderer is a very big stain on your character. So just like with the serial killer example, if you're going to ruin your character, or not, I wouldn't say ruin, but if you're gonna have that kind of label on you, do it under your own terms. You know what I'm saying? Like in the scenario of the serial killer, yeah, like killing a serial killer, that's the kind of I kill to against the serial killer. You know what I'm saying? So like even if people still look at you wrong, you can still hold your head up high, knowing that you ain't do nothing wrong. But there'll be certain scenarios where someone will be like, let's say it's like a pervert, you know, that kind of thing, pervert. Something that's like these guys, low-key, society is better off without them, but it still doesn't really like it's not your right to murder them for justice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in these scenarios where it's like, even though like the most perfect revenge is to like, I guess, take their lives or something like that. But not in scenarios where they killed you first, or they killed first. Because like for me, once they start taking lives, I'm sorry, bro. You signed up for this. But let's say it's a scenario where it's like you could kind of justifiably kill him, but like it's still a bit iffy. It's like you don't crossing that line. It's like if you don't have to, don't do it, bro. Because again, you don't want to be someone known that like you can impulsively kill somebody, like, because that's scary. That like you can't even be reasoned with. If you're just mad enough, you would murder. It's like wow, you know what I'm saying? Don't put that on your name. Don't put that on your name. And of course, just underhanded tactics like blackmail, bribery, yada yada yada. These kind of things is like, if you see other people doing it, sure, doing it yourself can like help you maybe get out of a situation, but don't forget that like, again, this all comes back to your character. If you don't mind being known as someone that can blackmail people, hey, bro, like that's a wild title to have on your name. So it's like, yeah, it's just this kind of things where I'm just like, if you can avoid staining your character, always avoid it. Because even though on paper it looked like, you know, like again, back to the cheating thing, it's so many people, oh, he cheated on you, I cheat on him back. Cheat, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I get the logic, but now you become a cheater. You know what I'm saying? Like you become a cheater too. Not saying you gotta stay loyal. You either break up immediately or wait till you collect enough stuff that you can use against them for revenge. All right. But this whole like ruin your, like they have bad character, so you should get revenge on them by also making your character bad too. Nah, bruh. Because again, I'm not saying that in this cheating example you used to stay like a virtuous girl or virtuous guy and stay loyal to your cheat. No, or you should already be plotting how you gonna leave, when you gonna leave, how you gonna leave, where you gonna get out of leaving, yada yada yada. You should already be thinking about all that. But my thing is that do not compromise yourself for these losers, bro. Like they the cheaters, they the bad people. You don't want people looking back on your relationship and say, oh, they both cheated. Oh yeah, they both bad. And I know, because people who don't understand the context, they're just gonna roll with what they see. They see guy cheated, girl cheated. Okay, they're both bad. No. But if they just say, oh, guy cheated, and that's it, That's all. The guy's the problem. He's terrible. So it's like, just keep it clean. Keep it clean. So yeah, character is important. We all know. Having confidence in yourself, and especially in a scenario like that, where it's just like you as a person, you being able to stand strong with your values and be like, yeah, I could have cheated, I could have been like them, or I could have compromised my values. But no, I will never be a person who cheats in a relationship. If you date me, I will not be a cheater, regardless of the circumstances. I will leave if you're not worth it, but I won't cheat though. You know what I'm saying? Like that that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like such a good thing to have on your name. Versus someone that's just like, yeah, I cheat a few times, but like I was justified though. Like the first time I cheated was cause, second time was cause, you know what I'm saying? Not now you. It looked like you're just an unserious person. So yeah, it's always good to keep yourself, keep your character clean, and don't be tempted or baited into like ruining your own image for someone else. Like, who are they to fucking cause you to ruin your image? And again, I don't think having a perfect image throughout your entire life is always a good thing. But my thing is that if you were to ruin your image, do it on your terms. Do it on your terms. I don't know why anyone want to be considered a cheater though. But yeah, in terms of like whether it's murder or like some other underhanded tactic, if you want to do something like that, make sure it's under your terms. Like you weren't gaslighted into doing it or baited into doing it yet. No, it is like, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing, the consequences, yada yada, but I'm gonna still do it. But yeah, a lot of people get baited into becoming people that they didn't want to become or doing things they didn't want to do, yada yada yada. Nah, man, don't do that. Keep yourself clean. Keep yourself headstrong and following your values. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe to support the channel. Also check out the Patreon too, links in the description down below. You get early access to more videos like this one. You get access to my Twitch bots as well. Again, links in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.